This is a video slide pack on the procedure for replacing the hood struts of a 2000 Toyota Camry, but probably applies to most other cars. It's very much the same procedure. I didn't get a picture of the hood before I removed the strut, so I just found this on the web, but it looks exactly the same for a Toyota. To remove the strut from the bar, prop up the hood with a stick or any kind of rod that will bypass the struts, which are no longer functional. Once the hood is secure, proceed to remove the ball stud from the top of the strut, which is connected to the hood. You will find that it has a blue adhesive material around the thread of the bolt, which makes it actually difficult to remove, but keep applying pressure in counterclockwise direction and it will come loose. Then proceed to remove the bolt from the chassis of the car by using a 12mm socket wrench. When the strut is removed, you'll notice that the ball studs from the top and bottom of the strut are non-removable, as they are part of the strut arm itself. The only extra part is the bolt at the base, which connects to the frame of the car. Here you can see a close-up of the stud ball within the strut arm. As you can see in the thread, there is still some blue material remaining, which was used to make it more secure in its attachment to the hood. The other end of the strut is also attached to the strut arm and is also non-removable. Depending on which replacement struts you have purchased, some may or may not come with the ball studs at one end or even both ends. In my case, I had purchased replacement struts which did not include the ball studs for the top part of the strut, which connects to the hood. As such, it was necessary for me to remove the existing ball studs off the existing arms and use it in the replacement arms. In order to remove the ball studs from the arm, it's necessary to use a grinder to grind the head of the arm in order to remove that ball stud. In order to remove the ball stud, it's necessary to have a few pieces of equipment. In particular, you need a die grinder or a drill that has a grinding stone, and a small screwdriver and a pair of needle nose pliers. Using the grinder, carefully grind the socket until you reach a metal ring about 2mm deep in the socket. This is the ring which holds the ball studs within the socket. Of course, be careful not to grind into the ball stud, as you need this as part of your replacement installation. Once you've ground into the socket until you've reached the metal ring, you should be able to use your screwdriver and fish into the socket and pry up the metal ring. Using a pair of pliers, grab onto that ring and pull it out. Once that ring comes out, the ball stud should be able to come out easily. Now you can repeat the procedure on the other struts, and if necessary, depending on what package you have purchased for your replacements, you may have to repeat this procedure on the bottom of the struts as well. Here's a picture of the original struts above compared to the replacement struts below. With the ball stud removed from the original one, they could be simply inserted into the socket holder of the new struts. To install the new strut arms, take the recovered ball studs and install them on the frame first. Then take the new arms with its attachment at the base and attach that to the frame of the car. The top of the arm then simply snaps into the ball studs. They have already been pre-lubricated from what I could see with grease. And that should be it. Now you can remove whatever temporary measure you were using to prop up the hood and test out the arms. One note to add is that if you don't have the means to grind the sockets to recover the existing ball studs, I have seen them on eBay and Amazon for sale for a set for about $7. So you could just go and buy a pair of bolts and they should snap right into the new arms.